come in and smash the like button. Best in the business. Y'all gotta, I repeat, y'all gotta come in and smash that like button. The realest is back. Shout out to Kamal Arms. Hit the mother like button. I'm back. Hey yo, make sure y'all smash the like button. The stream will be starting soon. I got swine on the seats, oh yeah. And 24s on the feet, oh yeah. I said I'm stomping my ride, oh yeah. I said we back, oh yeah. What's up? Act up if you want to. I said I got swine on the seats, oh yeah. And 24s on the feet, oh yeah. I said I'm back, oh yeah. Kamal Oz, shout out to the shooters, Ego's Army. I'm back with some more heat. The question y'all want to know, does Boots Ennis deserve a fight with Terence Crawford? Yeah, we got to talk about that one. Let me check my levels. No, does Boots Ennis deserve a fight with Terence Crawford? Yeah, we got to talk about that one. Let me check my levels. No, does Boots Ennis deserve a fight? I know some of y'all about to get clapped in this. I can already see and feel the energy. Some of y'all about to get clapped. What happened to that boy? Make sure y'all get the likes up. Listen to Kamal Oz. He telling y'all right. He ain't steering y'all wrong. Yo. I'm just doing some housekeeping. It's going to be a few more. While we get ready, it's about to get hot and heavy. Yo, what the? I need y'all to get the likes up, though. Yo, what is up with this? Hey, it says the stream is lagging. I got to figure out what this is about. Yo, it says the stream. Hold on. Yo, they out here wilding. Hold on. Hey, is the stream lagging for y'all? Listen, is the stream lagging? Put yes or no in the comment section. Is the stream lagging for you guys on your end? Yes or no? I don't know. Kamal, they tripping. YouTube is saying that the stream is lagging, but I'm trying to fix the problem. I don't see a problem, and people are saying it's not lagging to them. Hey, YouTube out here capping. So no, listen. Y'all are saying it's not lagging, but YouTube is telling me it's lagging. But no one seems to have a problem with it. Somebody said it's perfect. Man, YouTube says that something's up with the stream. Y'all can see y'all can see me? Bro, YouTube out here hating right now. Hector, what's up? I see you. What's up with you? Man, we chilling. About to get in this Crawford talk. Boots and Crawford. The usual. Another day in the office. Shout out to Sura. Oh, my shooter's in here. Y'all about to get clapped up. It's over for y'all. I said it's over for y'all, man. Yeah, y'all got to get the likes up. We struggling. Yeah, my shooter's in here. We'll get started in a second. I'm trying to do some last minute stuff, but I don't know. Everything's tripping, bro. Super frustrating. Somebody said I'm blurry. See, I don't know. Shout out to Ray Smith. Of course, get the likes up. I don't know, bro. It's tripping right now. I can't do nothing. Like, I'm trying to do like little normal stuff I do. I really can't. Yo, I don't even know what the issue is, bro. Y'all can hear, listen, can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me clearly? This is tripping right now. Old media out here hating, bro. I have no idea. Like, all right, we just gonna run it. I don't know. I literally don't know what the deal is. Shout out to Tom Tucker. So the question is, Terence Crawford, he just beat Errol Spence. does Jaron Boots Ennis deserve an opportunity? I need the fans to vote. Does Jaron Ennis deserve an opportunity, a shot at Terence Crawford? I'm going to let the fans pick. Yes or no, so we can progress this conversation. Y'all know I like to start these conversations. I'm the king of the icebreakers. Adrian says yes. Kamal says yes. He said HE double hockey stick, yes. Tom Tucker says yes, yes. Okay, not yet. Why? Why? See, I knew this is where I got to get y'all. The Bud Buddies out here capping. Okay, you said not yet, old school. I would love to hear it. Why not yet? What does he have to do to deserve Terence Crawford? Kenya B, what's up? I knew I would catch one of y'all. I knew I would catch one of y'all lacking. Why do you say not yet? Old school. Yeah, you old school. How you old school, but you don't want to see the best versus the best? You ain't no old school. You a TikToker. Bro, I'm hip hop, you TikTok. The man said drop the link. What link? What are you talking about? Hey, get him out of here, bro. You a waste of space. Get him out of here. He said drop the what link? I just asked you a question. That man said drop the link. Nah, we're going to drop you. Yeah. Yeah, get him out of here. Another one bites dust. And another one. And another one. Another one bites dust. Yeah, get him out of here. He said drop the link. That don't answer my question. When I ask you a direct question, give me a direct answer. That's all I want from you. You said not yet, and then he's choking. Then you start choking. You start choking. You said he doesn't deserve him yet. I ask you why. And then you decide to lie. You say he don't deserve him, and then you say drop a link. What the link, what that got to do with why he do or don't deserve the fight? Listen, I ain't here to play no games. Didn't I just say that? Ain't gonna be no link. You gonna get grilled like a hot link. What y'all talking about? Come on, man, drop the link. There ain't no link. Like, when have I ever dropped the link? What are you talking about, bro? See, this is the problem. Listen, I keep telling you, the Bud Buddies looking shaky. They out here looking shaky. Bro, everybody's giving Crawford props for beating Errol Spence. But let's be honest. It's looking kind of shaky. Bro, listen, hold on. I gotta cook. Let the boy Ego cook. All right, come on. Tell me I'm lying. This is what looks shaky about the Bud Buddies. Everybody gave props to Terence Crawford for a one-sided win over Errol Spence. No one that I seen really expected Errol Spence to look so flat, but for whatever reason, he did. Fine. Crawford beat him. We give him props for that. However, since he sustained no punishment in the fight and didn't really look like he was tested, and it looked like an extremely off night for Errol Spence, that's why people want to see what's next for Terence Crawford, because they build the fight Spence Crawford as like a Hagler Hearns, and it wasn't that. It was a one-sided masterful performance by Terence Crawford, but it was no Hagler Hearns. Errol looked like he couldn't get in that gear for whatever reason, right? So naturally, people are, like they always do in boxing, they're kind of looking at what's next, especially since Crawford, he wasn't hurt in the fight. He had his way, right? The reason why the Bud Buddies looking shaky, Errol Spence, his mandatory was Boots Ennis, right? People said, hey, Errol, you need to fight Boots. Boots is the mandatory for the winner. We knew that going into the fight, right? And now all of a sudden, Crawford inherited Errol Spence's problems. Block Floyd Williams. Get him out of here. I don't even care what he talking about. See, I'm not finna let these bums come in here and disrupt the flow of things. The king is talking. Get him out of here. Just remove him. Nah, I'm not doing no hot seat. Floyd Williams is out of here. The only Floyd I'm acknowledging is Floyd Mayweather or Pink Floyd. This dude is a bum. I don't know him. I don't know who he beat. I don't know who he lost to. I just want to see him removed. They cooked him. Exactly. Jaron Ennis, appreciate you. It's magic, y'all. I would love to see the fight, but I think Bud is having a tough time making 147. And if he can unify at 154, he an all-time great 3-division unify. Nah, hold on. I respect you for leaving a comment, but hold on. When I said Crawford looked weight drained, because Errol lost, people said, oh, I thought you said he was weight drained. Now y'all telling me he can't make the weight. Nah, hold on. Hold on. They say Boxing Ego don't know what he's saying. But I told you Crawford looked drained at the weight, like he started off at too much muscle, more than he's used to, and he looked like gaunt at the weigh-in. And y'all said, oh, no, you hating. He always looks like this. Now y'all telling me he can't make 147 for Boots Ennis. Okay. Man, hold on. So how does that make any sense? When I said he looked drained, y'all said no. You said no, he's not. The comments I was reading, there was a lot of people, because I'm Boxing Ego, so there was a lot of people that agreed with me. But there were also a lot of people who said, no, Bud always looks like this. Now he beats Errol Spence one-sided. Fans are calling for the Boots fight. Now they saying Crawford can't make 47 no more. Come on, bro. Bro, he needs more fights for Crawford. Bro, bump what you saying. I don't care. No, we not accepting that. Lamont gaming videos. Go back to playing video games. Go play some Call of Duty. When it comes to this boxing, this is my Call of Duty. This is my house. You in my house. Go play NBA Jam. Boom, shakalaka laka. Bro, get these dudes. Listen, the reason why I cannot accept what you are telling me, oh, Boots needs more fights. Bro, he's like 31-0. He's 26. And David Avocado didn't need more fights. Nah, bro, it's over. The moment Crawford signed the dotted line against David Avocado, all that out the window. Y'all doing what y'all do with Canelo, but because some people may like Bud Crawford and not like Canelo, they not keeping it even Steven. But we gonna even this mother right back up. Bro, listen, it is funny to me, I'm gonna say it again. The same people who have no problem criticizing Canelo for fighting Yildirim's, they had a problem criticizing Crawford for fighting David Avocado. They had no problem when he fought Avocado. So it shows you I'm still the best in the business. I'm the realest in the game. Bro, I'm truly great. I am greatness in the flesh because I keep it even Steven. When Crawford fought Avocado, I said I'm not a fan of that. His level, he should be fighting someone better than that, especially when his resume is lacking. When Canelo is fighting Avni Yildirim on a 2-year layoff, I criticized that. Pay they, it wasn't pay. I criticized it. So you can't tell me I'm not consistent. Listen, I'm trying to be nice about this. YouTube is playing games, but I can't control that. We need to get to 100 likes or I got to terminate the stream. I got to go to Trader Joe's anyway. So it's up to y'all to save the stream. YouTube can play whatever games. I don't really care. But if y'all want to continue the conversation, y'all need to get the likes up. Likes or loot real quick. My time is money. Y'all never going to waste that. I promise you, on everything I love, y'all never going to waste that. I done earned too many stripes in this game. Y'all not going to waste my time. Y'all not going to waste my money. I'm going to get one or the other about the game of boxing. I promise you that. So put some respect on the channel and let's get it rocking if y'all want to have this conversation. Damn, bro, why you going in on us? I said what I said. And if you have trouble decoding what I said, even though I said it perfectly clear, then you hit the rewind button. I said what I said. I don't take back what I said. I meant what I said. You take it how you want. I'm telling you, my time is money. Y'all will all respect that. I respect when I go to somebody else's job, I respect their time. I respect their money. Like if it's a mechanic, you doing something I don't do, I respect their time. I give them a tip. I let them know that their time is respected. I don't waste their time. I don't come late. Y'all don't do that to me. Shout out to Kamal Oz. Bro, see, this is where I got to get y'all. I try to when I try to be nice, it don't work. So sometimes you got to meet people with the same energy. You feel me? I try to be nice. I try to be nice to y'all. I just want y'all to see this is what I'm up against. I just want y'all to see. So listen, don't say, "Oh, Boxing Ego, you the bad guy." Don't say that. Bro, don't call me the bad guy. I never started, but I will finish it. This is who come in dissing me. Bro, I know you ain't talking about me, dog. You? Huh? Bro. Don't listen. Don't come up here talking crazy. His name is Late Bloomer. Yeah, you a late bloomer, all right. This ain't what you want, bruh. If you don't get your Reggie from Nutty Professor, Sideshow Bob looking at about this chat, you about to get flamed, dog. Bro, y'all done sent Sideshow Bob at me. I promise I'm the greatest. Reggie! Bro, he came with the locks. I'm done, bro. He looking like Reggie from Nutty Professor. This ain't what you want, Late Bloomer. I promise you that. See, I try to be cool. Try to keep it cool. And y'all always come, y'all want smoke. Let's go. It's the smoke show. Reggie! Bro, he came with the Reggie locks. It's amazing. You should have just stayed quiet. Now I got to get you. See, this I promise y'all, I'm from the Bay, so it's good. I'm good with this, bro. You do not want to be the next contestant on the Summer Jam screen. All this to try to defend Bud or whatever you try to do. Now I got to get you. Dead homies, he don't look like Sideshow Bob. Bro, look. Bro, our dead homies, listen. Our dead homies, he don't look like Sideshow Bob right now. Bro, you look like the Black Bart Simpson from them t-shirts, bro. You look like the Black Bart Simpson from them t-shirts / Sideshow Bob. Look, if I went like this, you look like Sideshow Bob with vitiligo. You feel me? You should have never said nothing about me, bro. Looking like a palm tree in LA on a sunny day. Why you do this to yourself, bro? Look. Bro, you look like XXXX Tentacion. Get him out of here. Jocelyn Flores looking at, bro. You are not XX Tentacion with them weak ass braids or dreads, whatever that's supposed to be. Let's go. Sideshow Bob. Who else next? Who next? Who next? Who next? Jairus is back here. If he stays at 147 and don't fight Boots, he a duck. If he moved to 154 to unify, no problem. I agree when you said he looked weight drained before Errol Spence. Okay, I can respect that. You good. We good. Bro, my thing is this. Boots Ennis, like, first of all, I didn't really have a deep stance on Crawford, what his next move would be. But then after I started thinking about it, Boots has been calling him out. Who do the Bud Buddies want Crawford to fight? That's what I want to know. Who do the Bud Buddies prefer Crawford to fight? That's a true question. Crawford did great versus Errol Spence. No one's denying that. Dope. Who do you want to see him fight next? Bro, because a lot of the piddly excuses that I'm seeing for Boots not to get it sound ridiculous. Oh, he's not ready. So David Avocado is ready. Why do you guys keep saying Charlo when PBC just sent me an email and they got a press tour for a Canelo fight tomorrow? Bro, that is not realistic. Bro, the Bud Buddies, y'all starting to look shaky again. We trying to give you the credit for the Errol Spence, but it's looking shaky, baby. Stop telling me about Charlo when PBC, see, I live in the real world, like MTV. I'll show you my crib. Get it? I said MTV, the real world. I'll show you my crib. That's a bar. We gonna hit him with MTV bars, right? Charlo has a press conference tomorrow and the next day with Canelo at 168. Bud versus Charlo, amazing fight. But the timing is all bad. I think Charlo versus Tim Tszyu, I wanted to see that. But Charlo got an opportunity of a lifetime, and he got the golden ticket to fight Canelo. That's what he's doing. Why are you telling me about Charlo when we don't know what is going to happen with him and Canelo? Please explain this. Like, boxing fans perplex me and continue to act like simpletons by having the knowledge that Charlo's fighting or whatever the situation, and then they act like he's an available player. Johnny Player says, I would personally like to see Tim Tszyu and Bud at 54. I think it would be a war. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Bro, listen to what I'm saying. The Bud Buddies keep saying they want Terence Crawford to fight Tank. They want him to fight Charlo. They want him to fight Canelo at a catchweight. That's that is not realistic at all for various reasons. Bro, y'all looking bad. I promise on everything I love, y'all looking bad. Y'all look extremely bad. Like, I would just be cool with Terence Crawford doing his victory lap and basking in the glory of beating Errol Spence and 2X undisputed. But I'm going off of what y'all saying. And the more y'all talk about why Boots doesn't deserve it, the worse it's looking for the Terence Crawford notion. You see what I'm saying? It's looking like Wallow did the behind the scene text to Terence Crawford and said, what about Jaron Ennis? And Bud said, y'all want to see another dead body. And then Wallow leaked that, and I made a video about that. Let me see the dead body then. What are we talking about? If Boots is just another dead body, that's a great fight. Like, see, this is why it's looking shaky for the Bud Buddies too, is because this is a competition. This is a competition. So if you can do what you're saying to him, all right, do it, and we pay for it, and then you continue to show your greatness. Very simple. What I don't want is people in boxing to tell me their opinion of what would happen in a fight that I actually like, and I'm just supposed to be content with that. This is the same energy from the Canelo fans, bro. Not realistic at all. Boots is high risk, low reward for fight for Bud. But that's not what's being said though. Nah, bro. You way off. You're saying it's not okay. Bro, tell me I'm crazy. Y'all keep saying that Boots is not a realistic option for Crawford. But Gervonta Tank Davis, who just was in jail and we ain't heard from him since, at 135 is a realistic option? When do Bud Buddies care about realistic options? Canelo at 158, a weight that he hasn't made in several years, anything in the 150s, that's realistic? That's what I'm saying is looking bad, bro. You have all these rationales and reasons to not fight Boots. Oh, it doesn't make sense. It's high risk, low reward. He said it's a dead body. So how is that high risk? The Bud Crawford diehard Bud Buddies are saying Boots gets cooked. I never said Tank is a real option. Johnny Player, it's not about you. I'm talking about the Bud Buddies. Tank is being mentioned by Crawford, and a lot of his fans are saying it's an option that they want to see. I didn't say you specifically. William Smith says cap. What is cap? William Smith. All right, step up. We might have a hot seat. William Smith says cap. What is cap? Anybody could just say cap. What is cap? William Smith. Bud is avoiding Boots. Hey, he said it. Bro, all I'm saying is the reasons that y'all are giving don't really align. Like, okay, I guarantee you I can line y'all up one by one and listen to all the Bud Buddies like rationales for why Boots doesn't deserve a fight, and I can shoot that down. Anybody who believes that Boots doesn't deserve a fight with Crawford, even though he's the mandatory, step up right now. We got a hot seat. Let's see who steps up. Let's see who steps up to the plate. I would love to hear this. I would love to hear this. Y'all gonna make it make sense for me. I gotta bake another one. And I got my trusty stopwatch, so you ain't gonna waste too much of my time. Bud Buddies are using Jermell as a shield, but that doesn't make sense even to try to use Jermell as a shield. He has a fight. That, like, how can people say Boots is not realistic, but Tank is? Boots is not realistic. His mandatory in his division, where he's undisputed, and they're both undefeated and both switch hitters and both great fighters in their own right, that's not a realistic option. But Canelo at 158, which is what Bud Crawford said, that's a realistic option for you. You truly think Canelo, I was born ready. You think he's going to make a weight cut, a Bud Crawford weight cut? Rock says, we all know Boots had winners. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know it's the money, ego. I don't know what you talking about. He not going from making 30 million plus to fighting Boots for even half of that. A fight with Tank would double what he got for Spence. Hey, block him, bro. You just made up some numbers and it's not going to double because it's not going to happen. Get him out of here. That was perhaps the dumbest thing I've read today. Get him out of here. Bro, he said a fight with Tank would double the Errol Spence fight. No, it wouldn't, because it's not going to happen. That's like saying a celebrity like Selma Hayek. I'm like, man, she would be the best person I slept with, but she's married and she won't let you sleep with her. So guess what? It's not going to happen. Bro, boxing fans are ridiculous. They're ridiculous. They have, bro, who's this dude, Link dude? Get him out of here. Justice Sullivan. Man, get him out here, bro. These dudes begging for a link. When have I ever given out links? What are you talking about? Like they had the cookout. Hey, link, please. Link. Bro, I told you, I'm not whatever y'all used to. I'm not that. If a link is given, you have to show me what you even talking about. To like, you don't get to just go against Shredder or Krang. You have to get through the Foot Clan, Ego's army. You got to get through the top shooters. Like, you have to get through Rocksteady and Bebop. You see what I'm saying? They think you just get to Shredder straight away. Like, bro, what? You got to battle the Secret of the Ooze and all that before you get to me. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not here to waste my time. The link has nothing to do with like fear. I already know what I'm talking about. I know you don't know what you're talking about, because if you can't quantify it before the link, then we're not doing that. That's a waste of my time. It got to be about something. Let's put money up. Like, see, that's what the people in boxing, that's what I've noticed. They don't want to put that up. All these people with these goofy points, put 10,000 up. Let's do that. Put $10,000. I'll put $10,000. We'll both put it in an escrow account, and then we'll do the link and we'll do it like that way. It got to be about something. I'm not here. Y'all just typing and stuff. I'm not, nah. It got to be something. It got to mean something. My time is truly money. So again, what I'm seeing, it's not really making sense, bro. Now, here's the other thing. Some people, they think they, like, I just want y'all to know, there's no one in the world of boxing that can outsmart me. Nobody. Nobody in the world of boxing that's finna outsmart me. We could do whatever, a decathlon, a spelling bee. There's no one in boxing that can topple me and outsmart me and outthink me. It's just, I'm so many steps ahead, it's not even funny. Please get the likes up. So there's that. Moving on. Since nobody in the world of boxing is finna outsmart me, I'm gonna say this. Because I know y'all don't want to put no chips up, because you know you can't win that. You know that. So let's make it about something. Now, here's the thing with the whole people, they think they can outsmart me. I want to address this. There's some people who said stuff like, "Oh, how come you didn't say this to Errol Spence when Boots was his mandatory?" They thought they caught me up. They thought they caught the boy Ego up. They're like, "Oh, how come Ego didn't put pressure on Errol Spence to fight Boots?" Because the number one fight that everyone needed to see first was Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. We got that. So, of course, I am realistic and I understand the business, and they not going to outsmart me. But I do know the business to know that the more pressing fight would be the two 30-plus-year-old fighters who had a failed negotiation before, right? And they were finally looking like they were getting close to making the fight, and they did do the fight. So Boots, at that point, needed to take a back seat. However, after seeing the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight and how it played out, you have the Bud Buddies, they keep putting their foot in their mouth. They saying Terence Crawford is way too supreme for Errol Spence. I don't even want to see a rematch. That's what they're saying. So if that's the case and you don't want to see a rematch because it was so convincing and there's nothing that Errol Spence can do to improve or win at 154 or improve in a rematch, that's what they're saying. So if that is the case, then why would you not want to see the Boots fight? If you're telling me the Errol Spence fight will be no different in a rematch, and Crawford made such a case the first time and there's a variance in skill, then why do you want to see that fight again? So let me get this straight. Crawford, Bud Buddies, they don't want to see an Errol Spence rematch because they said it's going to be a repeat of the same thing. They feel, this is not my opinion. I'm going off the Bud Buddies commentary that I'm seeing recently. They're saying the Errol Spence fight, no one wants to see it. It won't be good. I'm not doing no hot seats. I don't care. They're saying no one wants to see a Errol run back because of how dominant Bud was in the first fight. Then they're saying that Boots doesn't deserve it and Boots needs to fight Thurman and Ugas and all this other stuff as an obstacle course for Boots Ennis. He's already ran the gauntlet because he's the mandatory. And then the names that I'm seeing are people who really aren't available / realistic. Tank is not fighting at 47. Like, okay, let me ask y'all a simple question. Let's just dead this real quick. Who's a bigger star? Like in terms of star power, if I go to like their highest paychecks, I go to their Instagram and their followers, Terence Crawford or Ryan Garcia. If there was a picture in Times Square, an ad with Ryan Garcia and an ad of Terence Crawford, who would be in New York, neither guy's from New York, who would more people know and who's the bigger star? Ryan Garcia or Terence Crawford? Just answer honestly. Ryan Garcia. Okay, great. So everybody that participated said Ryan Garcia is the bigger name, bigger star. That being said, I would agree. That being said, if Terence Crawford is not a bigger star than Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, the A side over Ryan Garcia, then he would definitely be the A side over Terence Crawford. If Tank Davis didn't fight Ryan Garcia at Ryan's preferred weight, which could have been 140 or 139 or something like that, because he was the A side, then how do you think he's going to give up all of his A side over a lesser known commodity, Terence Crawford, and fight at Crawford's preferred weight, and Crawford has to make no sacrifices? That is dumb as hell. That just sounds horrific. So we just established Ryan Garcia is a bigger name in world of boxing, and he's younger, so he kind of taps into a different market, and he's not shy of the cameras. Like, I will give Crawford credit. I think Crawford has made more of a push. He got bad feedback about not being a good promoter, but he's done a better job since he's been with PBC. I will give him that credit. But still, it's not the same as Ryan Garcia. So if Tank was the A side over Ryan Garcia, then surprise, he's the A side over Terence Crawford as well. And you could, but Terence Crawford's undisputed. None of that stuff matters in the world of A side. Canelo had no belt at light heavyweight, and Bivol did, and Bivol's undefeated, and Canelo isn't, but it said Canelo Bivol because that's not how we arrive at the A side, right? So that's the reality of the A side. The A side is like almost like closer to a popularity contest, numbers, butts and seats, blah, blah, blah. It's not about, I got more belts and I got the lineal champion and ring belt. Like, none of that matters, bro. So the Tank fight is like, it's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my energy. It's not going to happen, bro. Why would Tank, who's the A side over Terence Crawford, give up and concede so much weight? He's never fought at 47. You think his first fight at 47 is going to be against Terence Crawford at 47? Pure stupidity. If you believe that, then I own part of the Eiffel Tower and you're an idiot. It's that simple. It's not happening. So let's move on from Crawford and Tank. It will not happen. So who else did Crawford and the Bud Buddies call out? Charlo. Again, PBC just sent me an email. They have a press conference for Jermell Charlo, the one he doesn't like and called out, right? His press conference for his fight with Canelo, it's tomorrow and the next day. So this man is not available. So what good is a call out if you call out all options that A, aren't realistic, or B, are not available? Stop it. Stop it. What are we doing? Yeah, Tank got one fight at 140. And it's not moving up to give up 14 pounds to fight Crawford. It's just dumb. I'm so off that. If you're talking about that, God bless you. But you're not seeing me overly talk about that on my channel because it's stupid. And I try to refrain from stupidity. You guys can try to push Crawford. I know Crawford keep using Tank's name on Sway and all that. Good luck. You're not getting that fight. I know that for a fact, bro. Canelo and Charlo are fighting next month. He's not available, bro. So at best, you would have to wait to see how the outcome. And here's the thing with the Charlo thing. Have we not learned anything from Roy Jones Jr., one of my favorite fighters of all time? I personally, I don't think it's good to move up 14 pounds and then move back down 14 pounds to fight a Crawford. I would rather be the person moving up who needs the weight cut break as opposed to the person moving down in that much weight. Because does anybody in this room believe that Charlo Canelo is not a tough fight for Charlo? Like, who believes that Jermell Charlo fighting Canelo, there's no psychological toughness, there's no physicality toughness. It's just the easiest fight he's ever been in, despite moving up in weight. Does anyone believe that? Does anybody here believe that Jermell Charlo facing Canelo, not you think Charlo can win. I'm not asking if you think he can win. My question, and I specify what I'm asking. Does anyone in this room believe that the Canelo fight is the easiest fight? It's just a piece of cake. A walk in the park type of fight. Exactly, Johnny Player. Okay, no one's responding, so I'm going to take that silence as nobody believes that that's an easy fight, especially when a man's moving up 14 pounds. So with that being said, there's too many unknown variables. You could say Charlo has a chance or Charlo can win. You could say Canelo can win. But there's too many unknown variables for me to look at that as a bankable option. But even if Charlo wins, I still don't like the fact that moving up 14 pounds and then try to come back down to fight at 154. I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's a smart move, to be honest. Because I don't believe in the weight fluctuation. Right? Like Kell Brook did it, but he did it one weight class. Maybe. But even the one weight class, he still got cooked by Errol Spence. He moved up to fight Triple G at middleweight, moved back down. Now, if Kell Brook, imagine him moving up to 168 and then getting cooked by a fighter and then moving back down to 147, bro, that's 2 weight classes. That would be even rougher. So I love the I love the Crawford Charlo fight and backstory, but with the Canelo fighting Charlo, it kind of F's up a lot of stuff. Me personally, that's why I'm going to watch the fight because it's 2 big names and 2 people I've reported and covered and followed their whole career. And I like the way they fight, Charlo and Canelo. But it's such a weird fight. I really don't prefer this fight. I would have preferred Canelo versus David Benavidez. That's just being real. And then keep Charlo at 54. Then I would, like, in an ideal world, this is what I would have preferred. If we're talking about Bud and Charlo, I would have rather Jermell Charlo took care of Tim Tszyu. If he got past that, then fought Bud Crawford. And in the interim, give Bud Crawford one fight at 50 plus 54 to acclimate. And then the winners fight each other. So let's say Charlo beat Tim Tszyu. Bud got a little, sturdy 154 guy. And, if he's able to beat him. And then Charlo versus Bud. But I don't like the weight class, jump up 2 weight classes, jump back down. That, to me, that's foolish. I know Charlo, he about that life. He posted on his Twitter or his Instagram and Twitter or whatever that's what his plan was. But me personally, I'm telling you, I think that's I don't like. I think I truly. I'm not gonna go as far as saying I'm mad, but I low key am kind of mad at the Canelo Jermell Charlo fight. I ain't gonna front. And I'm not. And I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm low key kind of mad at it, like because it's so abnormal, and there's so many good fights at 54 for Charlo. I don't know that that's the next fight that I wanted. Like I would have preferred Canelo fought who I want to see him fight, which is David Benavidez. But we know Canelo, that's how he moved. He want that advantage over the smaller guy. But I truly think, like, and I'm not trying to sound hypocritical because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to watch Charlo versus Canelo. You know, maybe it's a crazier fight than I'm making it out to be. I don't know. But I just I've always learned to respect in boxing weight. That's just something you don't play with. I don't that's like Shakur Stevenson moving up from lightweight 2 divisions and then fighting Boots Ennis. I know they're kind of cool, so fighting Virgil Ortiz at 47. I mean, why though? You know what I'm saying? Shakur nice with it. But that's a lot of weight to just jump up. You just got to lightweight and just jump up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I notice in boxing, I always keep the same energy. I said the same thing for Kell Brook when he was moving up to middleweight. I said the same thing to Amir Khan when he moved up from welter. Like Amir Khan hadn't even done all the damn stuff. He ain't did what Errol and Crawford did at welterweight. And then he going to move up to fight Canelo at 155. That's just kind of weird. So boxing getting kind of funny style, to be honest. It's getting funny style. Canelo is undisputed at the division 168, but he ain't fighting a 168 pounder. He fighting a 154 pounder. When there's great, like I can understand even like let's say Jamal Charlo, 160 was kind of dry. So even if he brought up a guy, that would make more sense because middleweight didn't have much action. But Canelo, again, call me a traditionalist or whatever. I feel like Canelo got work at super middleweight. Canelo, the top guys at super middleweight right now, top 3, in no particular order, are David Benavidez, David Morrell Jr., and Canelo. So if you got work, and notice I always keep the same energy. If you got work at your own weight class, I don't want to see all these freak show jumping out the divisions and all this other stuff. It's just, I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not. So that's just my personal opinion. Like you got work at your, that's like the same thing when Canelo was talking about fighting Badu Jack at cruiserweight. I don't want to see that. That's not that. Why? You got work right there. David Morrell. You got David Morrell work. David Benavidez work. You got your Cuban dude, William Scoff or whatever his name is, Skull. Why are you looking up at cruiserweight when you ain't even cleaned the house at your own division? You beat Caleb Plant and some more white boys. You beat New Edition or New Kids on the Block, actually. So I don't know. I don't really prefer that. And the same thing with the Charlo thing. Like, I get it. Jermell got an opportunity. He's a warrior, blah, blah, blah. But I really would have rather see him take maybe 2 more fights at the 54, solidify that, fight Tim Tszyu, and then fight Bud Crawford, and then do whatever you want to do if at that. But, you know, it's not up to me. People got different they got different options, and they ran with it. Shout out to my man Keith. He sent $2 in the Cash App. He said, like salute. Absolutely. It's all about the like salute. Let's go. So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about the Charlo fight. Like, if Charlo, even if Charlo, if both of them was at 160, like Jermell was at 160, then I would like this fight better. But I'm just really weary about moving up 2 weight classes for anybody. That's a lot of weight, bro. Because my thing is this. When you start playing with the weight too crazy, you have to fight almost perfect. You have to really be perfect. Like you can't really make no mistakes. And I feel like that kind of lessens the competition in terms of like Amir Khan. He was really beating Canelo for real, the first 4 or 5 rounds. He just couldn't make no mistakes, and he made a mistake. He got knocked out. Nah, Mel wouldn't have waited. He getting more money. That's cap. He said if Jermell would have seen the outcome of Errol Spence, he would have waited for Canelo. Cap. Why? Crawford versus Charlo is a good fight. It's a good fight. But it's not necessarily, he's not going to make more money. Let me just say that. He's not going to make more money than fighting Canelo, bro. Stop it. Listen, and see, this is the part that, see, y'all start missing me. Like the Bud Buddies, y'all start missing me. The Bud Buddies got all this support for Crawford in the comment section. Bro, I know what you're saying, and it's cap. Bro, you're going to get more money fighting Canelo on pay-per-view than you're going to make fighting Crawford on pay-per-view. Stop it. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. You just see writing the same comment over and over. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. Bro, just here's case in point. Canelo fought for undisputed against Caleb Plant, and he outsold the fight that was supposed to be Hagler-Hearns, Errol and Crawford, which was also undisputed. And I feel like that fight was even more sought out than Canelo and Caleb Plant. And he still did better numbers. Bro, the numbers being what they were proves that the drawing power is not the same all across the board. Crawford had the best dance partner he could have in Errol Spence, and collectively they still did like under $1 million. You give Canelo the right dance partner and he's doing over $1 million, bro. Or close to it. That's the reality of it, bro. Like, if we really are real, Manny Pacquiao, I want to accept my promoter, I believe, and Keith Thurman, that was a fight to consolidate a belt, and it didn't do drastically less than undisputed Spence Crawford. Look up the numbers for Pacquiao versus Thurman, and then look at the numbers for Spence Crawford. It's not that crazy of a gap. Like, so I expect, and I could say this because I supported both of those. I was at Thurman and Pacquiao. I went and covered that. And then I supported and bought the Spence and Crawford fight. So I put my money where my mouth is. Jaron is overrated. Man, who the hell are you? The man got a yearbook photo. Man, get Carlos Boozer. Get him out of here, bro. And get Tatum out of here, whoever that was. Yeah, Jason Tatum and Boozer mixed. You Jason Boozer. Man, get him out of here. You off that booze. What you talking about, bro? Listen, I know I'm great, and they just want to talk to boxing ego, bro. It is what it is. Bro, the Bud Buddy's not finna escape this work, dog. You're not gonna escape the work. No matter what you say, bro, listen to me. You can't win this one. No matter what you say, is never gonna make sense. You can say, oh, Boots ain't done this, he ain't earned this, he's overrated. Okay, then what about David Avocado? The moment Crawford fought David Avocado on BET Uncut, it was over. That's a recent fight, and he fought him. So I'm not trying to hear nothing about Boots ain't deserving, Boots don't earn it. You're going to sound stupid. He fought on BET Uncut. I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no white girls. He fought on BET Uncut versus an avocado and turned him into guacamole with busted gloves in Omaha. I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties. Like, bro, you literally fought on BET Uncut. That deaded all that. Because at least the Boots fight wouldn't be on BET Uncut, Black Planet, BlackPeopleMeet.com, Backpage. Bro, this man Crawford literally fought on Backpage, and y'all had no problems with it. And he was on Craigslist. And they had 32-bit Sega Genesis graphics. It looked like, bro, they had Crawford like this. Select your fighter. And Crawford, he was like this, like on some Street Fighter selection screen. Man, get this out of here, bro. He should have never did that, bro. The man fought on Backpage against a European escort. So you can't say nothing about no Boots. You're like, oh, Boots hasn't earned it, so he just fought Sandals. You listen, you can't say about Boots when you fighting Sandals. I'd rather have some steel-toe boots than some open-toe sandals. How the King of New York rocking open-toe sandals with jeans? How the King of New York walking chancletas with jeans? First, you stole Rockefeller from Dame. You stole Kanye from Dame. Bro, okay, let's settle this once and for all. Would you, if you was about to scrap with somebody, would you rather scrap in some Timbs, in some nice boots, some steel-toe joints, some Wolverine boots, or open-toe sandals? Like at a beach, you just scrapping. Man, stop. So all these like piddly excuses is looking bad, bro. Oh, yeah, Boots, he needs to fight someone. But David Avocado didn't have to fight someone. All he had to do was beat Josh Kelly, and Josh Kelly had like 10 fights. He had something like 10 fights, and that's all he had to do. So it's always extra. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, people. Crawford had to start somewhere. Somebody had to give Crawford the opportunity. Somebody had to give Errol Spence an opportunity. Kell Brook did the same thing. Kell Brook did the same thing. He kept saying, why y'all Americans like Errol Spence? He the new Jeff Lacey. He not that good. All right, fight him then. And then he fought him and had to take a knee. I said the man had to take a knee. Do you see what I'm saying? Picture me like a pick a knee. The man had to take a knee. He took a knee like Colin Kaepernick in the UK. That man, Errol Spence, man down. He took that knee, though. Tim Tebow. You the Tim Tebow of Europe. Hey, I ain't going to front. I'm kind of psychotic. But when the UK fighter be getting their ass whooped, right, listen. The funniest thing, when the UK fighter be getting their butt whooped, they band together and start chanting a bunch of horse to try to uplift the fighter's spirit like it's a Rocky movie. I find that hilarious, bro. Watch any UK fight where the UK fighter getting whooped. When the UK, they be like, oh yeah, mate, grab me fingers. Bro, they join hands. It is so funny. The UK, they start grabbing hands and joining. Kumbaya, me lord. Kumbaya. They like really try. Bro, they get together and start singing Sweet Caroline and Kumbaya, me lord. Kumbaya. Like, what is that doing for the fighter who's getting whooped? I have to know. Why does the UK do that? Bro, like Joshua getting whooped by Ruiz and they just started singing. What is that doing, bro? Americans don't do that, bro. Like if Errol Spence getting whooped or like anybody. Like, let's say an American fighter getting whooped by a foreign fighter. We don't just start singing Tony Braxton. Unbreak my heart, say love me again, heard you go. Like, let's say when Keith Thurman got dropped and his nose was busted from Pacquiao, Americans didn't just start singing. Uncry these tears, I tried so many nights. Bro, we don't do that. That's some UK exclusives. Oh yeah, mate, you're smacking them, mate. Y'all be singing with the torture. That's so funny to me, bro. Errol Spence was beating the out of what's her name, Kell Brook. There you gonna say, today is gonna be the day that I'm finally found out for you. Right now, there's nothing left to do but about you now. What the is Oasis finna do at a time like this, bro? Today is gonna be the day that I finally found out for you. Right now, you're finna lose a fight and you gotta do something chill about you now. Bro, them little UK songs be cracking me up, bro. That UK, the sing songs ain't gonna help nobody. Kell Brook talking about some chocolate brownies. Yeah, he got put in the oven though, like some chocolate brownies. So realistically, so I'm in my fight and basically I got me the chocolate right hand brownie. I got Arrow and I was doing pretty well with Triple G. I'm like, bro, Triple G stopped you, Errol Spence stopped you, Crawford stopped you. Next! Chodai! Bro, that UK singing stuff is hilarious to me. Hey, get the likes up. They be singing Craig David when they get cooked. Oh, on a Saturday, Tuesday, we were making love by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Bro, Craig David can't help you at a time like this, bro. Monday, I took her for a drink on Tuesday. We were getting... Craig David watching you getting your ass whooped. That's all I know. Yeah, I got big brownies, mate. I want... Bro, it's like Billy Joe Saunders. Bro, Canelo shattered the man's eye and hyped up the crowd. Hey, Canelo, you a wild boy for that. Hold on. When Canelo hit Billy Joe Saunders with an uppercut from Mexico and shattered the man's eye, dog. And then start hyping up the crowd. Canelo wild, bro. He said, ugh, and hit it with the uppie. It was like, he did a Chong Li from Bloodsport. Charlie. It was like, yeah, give me mine. And then stopped him. And Billy Joe Saunders got stopped. He stopped him. Ennis versus Tank fights Crawford. Hey, block him. That was too stupid, bro. Ennis versus Tank? Yeah, get Thaddeus out of here. Yeah, get him out of here. You look like Michael J. Black. Get him out of here. That was stupid as hell. Get Michael J. Black out of here. He's over. Yeah, imagine getting cooked to Craig David. Ain't that something? Shout out to Kenya B. Rock up by bro. Michael J. Black Dynamite he out of here, bro. Who next? I told you this is my domain. Anyway, y'all gotta come with some better work why Boots don't deserve to fight. Y'all look crazy. You're like, Boots, he can't sell. Okay, David Avocado can sell. That's what y'all telling me. Mean Machine can sell. I'm going to get bucks like Milwaukee because like Sam, I could sell. I'm that. Y'all know that. So all these people had all the people that Bud was fighting prior to Errol Spence, Felix Diaz and John Molina, they all could sell great. But then when it's a damn fight that I would pay for, then he don't sell. Man, come on, bro. Boxing fan, and see, this is the wild part about boxing. I do it so well, and I'm so consistent. I always say the same thing in similar circumstances. When Canelo was doing the bullshit and his fan base was doing the bull, I call him out on it. But ironically, some people want to call out Canelo for yield drums and why should he fight David Benavidez? He can't sell and all these excuses. But then they're not doing that for Crawford and his base when they talking about boots. And like, here's the thing. The other thing that don't make sense, that looks shaky, I'm just being real, that looks shaky with the Crawford situation. Hey, y'all got to get the likes up. He said a one-legged Benavidez, word. But here's the other thing. See, I put it in perspective y'all can't deny. Y'all can't deny it. I'm a fucking ride. You don't want to mess with me. I got my hand with me in the trunk. Here's the other thing, bro. The other thing that looked crazy is this. The other thing that looks crazy is all these like reasons and rationale, logics of how Boots hasn't earned it. We've already seen lesser fights. We've seen Crawford fight lesser guys than all of these guys, and no one had a problem with it. You just accept it. So Kell Brook, at the space in which Crawford fought him, he had both of his eyes like decapitated, right? So you can sit through that, but you're not willing to sit through an available Boots Crawford? Come on, bro. That don't make sense, bro. Y'all gonna have to make this make sense, and then we can rock. And here's the other thing that don't make sense. If you listen to the Bud Buddies, they're saying Boots is not ready. Boots sucks. Boots is overrated. Boots will get cooked. Okay, fine. Then you should be pushing for the fight more than me, because it will be another undefeated fighter for Crawford to fight. Me, I feel like Boots, there's no handicap. He's young, he's strong, he's probably a little bit bigger than Crawford height-wise. He's a switch hitter. He's acquitted himself well. So if Crawford does another Errol Spence job on Boots Crawford, then people will continue to give him credit. So explain how you feel Boots is not ready and Boots will get destroyed by Crawford, but you don't want to see it. Crawford would clearly get credit for it. He's telling the world, oh, they'll come up with excuses. Bro, that's any fight. People are going to come up with excuses if they don't want to admit it. That's cool. But how can you, my thing is this, how are you willing to fight string beans and lean machines and David Avocado and you know, Dennis Yams and all these other obscure names, no problem, and you don't care about what people think? And see, that's the thing where Bud contradicts himself. Bud said he don't care what people think, but then he puts up a roadblock for fighting Boots, and he says, oh, I'm not going to fight Boots because they're just going to make excuses when I beat him or if I beat him. But you said you don't care what people think. Which one is it? Bro, you fought David Avocado and nobody loved that fight except for people from Omaha, maybe. No one really loved that fight and you still did it. So how is the Boots option so dreadful? And now all of a sudden, so you just, this is what I'm saying. The logic is not making sense. But see, shout out to Game Bread. Bud said Boots was nice. And Errol Spence said it too. He said, oh, he nice as hell. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what the logic is not logicking. The fact that you fought David Avocado in your last two fights and you didn't care what people think. You didn't care that people like myself and others were criticizing you for fighting David Avocado. If anything, Crawford did interviews and he was trying to build up Avocado. Oh, he's a world-class guy. And they calling him David Avocado, acting like they don't know him. Bro, it's not that we don't know him. We don't give a about him. We know no one thought he can beat you. Right? And see, that's the point I'm making, is part of boxing is the belief that someone can beat you. People believe that Errol Spence could beat you. Whether it happened or not, that's going to be determined on the fight night. People believe that you can beat Boots Ennis, but some people would contend that Boots can get with you and make it a great fight and beat you. That's what it's all about. That's what boxing is about, is the belief. The fact that Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia did over 1 million proves my point. I didn't think Ryan was going to beat. I told you that openly. I definitely didn't think Ryan was going to beat no Tank. And I said that day one. But Ryan was in his bag, and he's bigger, and he's strong, and he's fast, and he was undefeated. And so far, he had like some first round knockouts and stuff. So the belief was there for some people that he could do something with Tank. Obviously, that didn't happen on fight night. Tank's skill set and his experience and style was too much for Ryan Garcia. Fine, but that's what boxing about. We got to see it. Anybody could say their prediction all day. Oh, Crawford would destroy all these people. But people need to see it. So I personally like the Boots fight because he's an available person. And my thing is this. If Crawford has done so much, then retire. If you've done all you need to do and you're in the history books, okay, retire then. But as long as you're not retired, you're going to be expected to, conduct yourself like a champion. It's that simple. Like if Tom Brady says, I'm going to keep playing, then they're going to expect Brady from you. They're going to try to see, they want to see if you can make it to the playoff. That's just what comes with being a high level elite pro athlete. It doesn't just stop. So that's like Canelo. Canelo got more of a resume and more fights than Bud Crawford. Is that cap or fact? This is where I get to cooking. This is where I do my best work. And I make it look easy. Okay. Does Terence Crawford... No, I'm going to say it like this. Canelo Alvarez has a better resume than Crawford. If you look at the total resume. True or false? Fact or fiction? Cap or fact? Let's go. Okay, so everyone says Canelo has a better resume. I agree. That being said, Canelo has way more fights than Crawford. Crawford like 40-0. Canelo like 50-something, almost 60 fights and a couple losses, right? So that being said, Canelo's still in a dangerous fight. Some people think Jermell Charlo can win right here. So he just became undisputed with Caleb Plant, and then he kept fighting, and now he's already in another tough fight. So that's the thing. It doesn't really stop. It doesn't stop. You're expected to keep producing good fights in events. It doesn't stop because you became undisputed or hit a career milestone. You see what I'm saying? He'll rather make impossible fights or fight lower opposition. That's what I'm saying. It looked like the game is on easy outside of Errol Spence. And even with the Errol Spence, I think there was some gamesmanship there about the long layoff and stuff like that. But still, Errol Spence, no one that made him look like that. Crawford did. Fair play. But it always seems like there's a handicap. Boots, there's no handicap against Boots. He's the mandatory. He's younger. He's strong. He's a switch hitter. And he looks good. Pause. It's not really a handicap. I mean, the only handicap you could say is like maybe, he lacks the experience of Crawford. But then at Crawford's level, a lot of guys are going to lack experience that Crawford has. So most people are going to lack that. And Crawford's going to be more experienced because he has an amateur career and a pro career. So I'm not really understanding all this stuff I'm hearing, the Phil Flar and the Phil. Oh, Boots doesn't put butts in seats. But David Avocado somehow worked. Mean Machine somehow worked. All these other fights somehow just worked. And then again, like you're missing me when you're talking about Charlo. He's booked. I don't want it. Why do I want to talk about Crawford and Charlo when I don't even know what happens with Charlo and Canelo, which they're doing the media day tomorrow. Like, it's not realistic. You haven't even, like, let's say you're a parent. If you're a parent, your kid doesn't know how to stand up. Your kid does not know how to balance themselves and walk. Why would I be showing them how to ride a bike? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like the saying, you got to crawl before you walk. Everything is steps. Charlo hasn't completed his next assignment. This is like fully promoted and officially put out by PBC. So why would I spend my precious time, when I keep telling you my time is money, why would I spend my precious time talking about Crawford and Charlo and there's too much unknown because he has his next assignment? Kamal Oz says Bud has to drop the IBF or fight Boots, end of. See, there we go. When Canelo fights Yildirim, people say, oh, it's his mandatory. Or John Ryder or somebody, oh, it's his mandatory. They say everyone's is mandatory. Now, all of a sudden, like Kamal and me are saying, now y'all don't care about the mandatories because Boots has a dangerous mandatory. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not understanding. The Bud Buddies are saying they don't want Errol Spence because it's going to be a repeat and it's going to be worse in the rematch. So they don't want to see that. Charlo's not realistic. Tank for sure ain't realistic. Canelo for sure ain't realistic. He said he will fight Canelo at 158, 160. Canelo ain't made 160 since damn near Danny Jacobs or something. It's not realistic. Why would I spend any time talking about that? See, that's why Crawford goes on these radio shows, Sway and all this other stuff. And Sway, he from the Bay like me, respects to him. But you can go on the Breakfast Club because no one is going to contend because you know more boxing than they do. You see what I'm saying? So it's easy for Crawford to do these podcast interviews and not have to face the music with some of the things he's saying because no one in those conversations would be more studied and learned with boxing than him. So he could just say, oh, yeah, I'll fight Tank. And then they just accept it. But the real ones of us understand that it's not realistic and it's not going to happen, bro. You can tell that to Charlemagne. You can't tell that to Ego, though. That's the difference, people. You could say something to Sway. He might not be well enough versed to know that how boxing works, and that's not realistic. You can say that to them. You can't say that to Boxing Ego. I've been in this. Listen, I've been in this probably as long as Crawford been in it, to be honest. That's a fact. I made want to do this YouTube. That's a fact. I'm your favorite channel's favorite channel. That's a fact. They all study my craft. So while Crawford and Errol and all these guys was moving up in the ranks in boxing, I was moving up the ranks covering boxing. Ain't no difference. You just the one taking punches to the face. But the point is, they was grinding with their career and I'm grinding with mine. But we was both grinding at the same time. That's a bar. I said the only difference, they were grinding with their careers and I was grinding with mine. But the only real difference, salute to the Bay from LA. Yeah, let's get it. You from the Bay, oh, my man been out there the last 10 years from LA. Thank you, brothers in the Bay, for your fine hospitality. You feel me? Shout out to Williams, 454. Let's get it. Bro, the only difference is like everybody got their own purpose and path. Crawford's purpose is a pugilist, a fighter. My path is to entertain the world and be a content creator. But the paths still align. Crawford know who I am. I know who Crawford is. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't no different. If I wasn't grinding, he wouldn't know who I was. He wouldn't be putting stuff out about me, you know, a week before a Creed movie came out. Everybody in boxing know Boxing Ego. They know who I am. They all seen the story. They all copy from me. It's cool. So y'all got to put some respect on this YouTube stuff. Bro, if it weren't for YouTube boxing, YouTube hold this whole game up. It's crazy how I pitch the fastball and never change up. Listen, I said in boxing, YouTube, we switched the game up. It's crazy how I pitched the fastball and never change up. I ain't never change up. All the stuff just happened to work, and I kept doing it stronger and just getting better and improving. You see what I'm saying? Bro, YouTube keep this whole mother afloat. I don't care what I don't care what Crawford talking about. I don't care what his family. I don't care what Omaha talking about. Nobody talking about. If it weren't for YouTube, boxing would be dry than a motherfucker. Bro, put that on. If we as a YouTube boxing society, and I don't speak for no one else but myself, but I'm just saying collectively, let Boxing Ego, Fight Hub, Fight Hype, and Ellie, and let us all go on a strike and see how boxing is looking. Boxing will be desolate than a motherfucker. I promise you that. Boxing will be dry as. Let us go on strike. I'm the landlord of boxing. If we all band together, if boxing had a union and the YouTube boxing community had a union, and we all said, hey, so-and-so ain't happening, let's go on strike. Bro, boxing be a wrap. Bro, we got the power. I'll cut boxing off right now. I'll cut off the oxygen supply. I promise you. And I'm so talented, it don't matter. I'll do something. I'm always going to get money. That ain't never been a problem for young Ego. That ain't, listen, making the money ain't never been a problem for Ego. I'll go back to directing videos and acting and doing other stuff. Bro, it ain't never been a thing for me. Shout out to Kamal Oz. Man, y'all better stop playing with me. YouTube run this thing. YouTube run this thing. Don't ever forget that. The IBF is ordering mandatory. Subriel Matias got an order. I like Subriel. I expect William Skull to be ordered for Canelo. Jermel's IBF is long overdue. He could get stripped of that soon, could have 2 belts. And that's another thing that's why I don't like the Canelo fight like that, because he getting all stripped up. He getting stripped up of all his belts. So even if he moves up, fights Canelo, and then moves back down to 54, which I don't recommend because of the weight fluctuation, even if that was the case, he gonna be like Josh Taylor versus Tio. If Josh Taylor and Tio fought and Josh Taylor was able to keep all his belts, then Teofimo mess around and be undisputed right now. But the politics and the timing didn't work out. So Josh Taylor literally had like 1 belt. So it's not going to be the same fight. It's not going to be the same fight for Crawford and Charlo, just because that one move to Canelo messes up some things. He's not doing his mandatory with the WBO. So Tim Tszú's being elevated. So the WBO hit that Chris Brown, said, I just want to see you strip right now, cause it's on it. I just want to see you strip. The WBO said, I just want to see you stripped. And they getting rid of that belt as soon as they announced Jermell Charlo. I made a video about it, wrote a song about it, like the here go. Fatback love him some catfish. His stupid daughter fed him the bone. Thank you very much. Hey, what is that from? Let me see who knows they pop culture. Wrote a song about it, like the here go. Fatback loved him some catfish. His stupid daughter fed him the bone. Thank you very much. Y'all don't remember that? Come on. I can't be y'all young. We all born in 2019. I hate all y'all. Bro, I hate you little kids. Y'all little kids. Nah, it's not Tommy Davidson, close, but no cigar. Shout out to Vladimir's dad and music. Yeah. Man, Boots, I want to see him get his opportunity. Like, listen, what is the difference? Listen, and then hold on. Listen, the Buddy's got to get some more work. Look. Yeah, David Allegreer. Shout out to Tom Tucker. Wrote a song about it, like the here go. Fatback loved him some catfish. His stupid daughter fed him the bone. That was hilarious, bro. Hey, yo, shout out to Mace Burkett. He sent $2 in the Cash App. We alive. But listen, I got some more work for y'all. This is the other thing that's not making sense for the Bud Buddies, right? Crawford said he was blackballed by PBC and Showtime. Block Suladeen Yas. Yeah, get him out of here, or her, whoever. Bro, get them out of here. I be that. I be that. Listen, I'm the best in the business. I done made the game of boxing look swell. I made boxing look pretty. I know they mad as hell. Listen, these guys are bums. They bums. They mad because King Ego keeps sailing to the top. I'm all the way to the top. And I know it scares them. I got them cursing. They all in the chat cursing. Let's get it. The other thing that don't... The funny thing is, bro, I really came out the womb. I came out the womb to piss you off. Like, I know hearing my voice and seeing the channel have so much success and eat, I know it really pisses some of y'all off. Like Eminem said, I love pissing you off. It gets me off. Like my lawyer, when the judge lets me off. Bro, I love pissing y'all off. It really gets me off. They be so mad. I'm just talking boxing. They be mad. Oh, yeah, you son of a bitch. They be mad, bro. They be scrunching up their lips. Anyway, let me get back to it. Crawford said that the PBC and Showtime and Al Heyman blackballed him and kept him out the loop. Is that cap or fact? Terence Crawford said that he was blackballed by the PBC, corroborated by Tim Bradley. Is that cap or fact? Watch how I work, yo. No, I'm not saying do you believe it. Did he say it? Not asking if you believe what he said. I'm asking if he said that he was blackballed. That's the difference. Crawford said he was blackballed by the PBC, and Tim Bradley's like, he's begging. Oh my God. I don't respect no one from the PBC. Crawford's begging. Okay, he said it. You see it in the chat. He said it. Guess what? So you're saying you were blackballed and stifled so you couldn't get no opportunities at top names, but then you're doing the same thing to Boots Ennis. Oh, that part. Bro, you said you didn't get the opportunities and the big names because the PBC blackballed you. That's what you said. See, I'm like the Miranda rights. What you say can and will be used against you in the court of this boxing law. And I'm boxing law. I'm Judge Dredd. You said that you didn't get the big fights. So if Boots is your mandatory and you say, hey, I'm looking for bigger fish to fry or bigger and better opportunities, or he don't deserve me, and at this stage of my career, I'm looking for the big cash fights. So you're willing to fight Tank, a lightweight, because you think it's a big cash fight, even though it'll never happen. You're willing to fight Canelo at a catchweight, never going to happen. You're willing to fight Charlo, he's booked, right? But an open person is literally Boots Ennis, and how is this different than what you claimed the PBC was doing to you? You keeping him out the loop, saying he don't deserve it or whatever. Crawford, he said, I could do whatever the F I want to. I've earned it. So what's the difference, bro? What's the difference? Either way, the person don't get the opportunity. Errol could have said the same thing about Crawford. That's what I'm saying. Errol different with it. Errol said, Boots nice as hell. If that check is right, I'll fight anybody. Crawford, he's sounding like Boots is not really an option or on his mind. But but the thing is, my thing is this, the fact that it's not just the fact of like, it's the fact that you're dismissive of it and dismissing the fight before you're not even doing negotiations, seeing what the sanctioning body says. You're just dismissive of it off rip. That's the part that looks the worst to me. Like, okay, if you negotiated and he wanted crazy terms and it didn't work out, okay, fine. But the fact that you're just dismissing it off rip, that's kind of weird, to be honest. Like, if you're at the space of your career, if you're at the space of your career where you're trying to make everything make sense, Boots might make sense. I don't know. It just depends on your demands and his demands. But just to dismiss it off rip and then say like, nah, like I'm looking for different stuff, and then call out a bunch of people who are A, unavailable, or B, not realistic under the term. It's not realistic what you're saying. So you rather just sit there and wait for a Charlo then. And then, like I said, I'm not a fan of that. I don't want to see nobody move up 14 pounds and then have to lose 14 pounds, despite whatever happens in the outcome. If Charlo wins, if Charlo loses, if it's a draw. And here's the other thing that don't make sense. Here's the thing. If Charlo get cooked by Canelo, do you want to see Crawford versus Charlo at 54? Or put it this way, will it hurt the fight? Get my likes up. Let's play Swear to God, man. I want to hit y'all with a game. It's called the Truth Game / Swear to God. Swear to God, if Crawford or if Jermell Charlo get cooked by Canelo and lose bad, swear to God that you don't think the Crawford fight is hurt if that's the outcome. If Charlo went in there with Canelo and got stopped or cooked. Let's play Swear to God, man. Swear to God that you believe that if Charlo got cooked by Canelo, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but if he did, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if he got cooked at 68, you want to see him drop back down off of a loss to 54 and try to defend his belts coming off of a bad loss to Canelo and then fight Crawford. Like, to me, that's not really appealing to me. And that's another fight where it's a person like kind of in a handicap mode if it plays out like that. Or let's play devil's advocate. Let's say Charlo cooks Canelo. If he looks great at the weight and cooks Canelo, then why do I want to see him just drop back down 14 pounds off of a successful win and he's undisputed at super middleweight? You know what I mean? Like, is that really what we want to see? And here's the other thing. See, I told you, nobody in this game of boxing finna outsmart young ego. The other issue is this. If Charlo beats Canelo, who in this room believes that Canelo, being the A-side right now, doesn't have a rematch clause on Charlo? Who believes that Canelo don't have a rematch clause against Charlo? I'm showing y'all the business. Hey, get the likes up. I'm teaching y'all the business. So the reality is, if Canelo had a rematch clause on guys like Rocky Fielding, then guess what? He likely has a rematch clause. It just hasn't been confirmed, but I guarantee you, if he's going to have one with Rocky Fielding and other guys, he's going to put one on Charlo. So that's another thing that doesn't make sense. So if Charlo wins or loses, if he loses, I don't really even care to see the Crawford fight at that point, coming off a loss. But even if he wins, he's probably going to have to fight Canelo again, unless Canelo just says, I'm going to move on and fight your brother or something like that, and like doesn't take it like the Bevo fight. But I guarantee you Canelo has a rematch clause. So that's what I'm saying. Is Crawford, he has all this momentum from beating Errol Spence. He's just going to wait on the sidelines for all this stuff to play out. That's kind of weird. That's why I'm saying the Boots Ennis is not a bad option. You want to wait for a bunch of, I don't believe in that. I don't believe you should wait for a bunch of stuff to happen and play out to move on with your career. Just do your career, and then hopefully your paths can align. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the chat. Something to think about. Whoops, we got another super chat from Kamal. Hold on. Bud is giving me Golovkin vibes. Mr. Mandatory when the foe is Charles in charge or Todd Bridges. Fights are easily made, not so much against the challenge. See, that's Canelo do it too, though. That's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all not see. This is what I'm saying. Boxing is fake. I'm the realest in the game of boxing, whether you believe it or not. It's the fact. When the opponent, you never hear an opponent when they have a mandatory that is a cakewalk. The mandatory fight always gets made, no questions asked. Whenever the person has a fight that would be actually great mandatory, how many fighters are taking that mandatory? Couple, Kell Brook did it, but he was kind of forced into it with Errol Spence, but he still took it. How come, like, Errol Spence, he didn't duck no mandatory. Ocampo was his mandatory. He fought him. So there's a couple of people who are doing it, but it's all too obvious that when the mandatory is someone who's butt cheeks, then the fight happens mysteriously. Anytime it's a mandatory that is actually a class fight that people really want to see, then there's always a bunch of reasons and rationales why that mandatory fight shouldn't happen. But the stands, they always lose that battle. They always lose that battle because, again, there's no way you can tell me that the business don't make sense and Boots doesn't earn it and all this other stuff. But David Avanesian is ranked worse, even at the time when Crawford fought him, than Boots has been in the last several years. And Crawford managed to fight him for whatever reason. So that's the thing. Triple G could fight Dominique Wade. His mandatory be Jamal Charlo, and he don't fight him. His mandatory be Demetrius Andre, he don't fight him. It's the same thing. Crawford said, I ain't never ducked or dodged anybody. And here's the thing. I'm realistic. If Crawford fought Boots or Stanionis, I would be good with that. Because they're both his mandatories, and they're both undefeated guys with really no handicap. The reason I prefer the Boots fight is because I like the matchup better. And Stanionis, he had an appendectomy, and he'd been on the sideline thinking he was going to fight Virgil Ortiz. So that'll be another fighter on somewhat of a layoff, even though this layoff wasn't his fault. Canelo, he don't have no problem fighting Yildirim or Children or John Ryder, but then his mandatory be Boots or David Benavidez or Morrell, and then them fights don't happen. Come on. Y'all got to peep the play that's happening in boxing. Anytime the mandatory is somebody good, I think I tweeted this years ago, anytime the mandatory is someone good, there's always a million reasons why this mandatory sucks. But the other thing that hurts the Bud buddies here is Bud definitely said, I'll fight all my mandatories. That's what I'm saying. You got two of them that are undefeated and great fights. Now, all of a sudden, he's moving up to 54 and can't make 47 and all this other different stuff. And yeah, now it's a lose-lose for me. That's what I'm saying. Come on, man. Y'all gotta get with the times. You can't be Mr. Mandatory Monday through Thursday and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the best days of the week. You don't want those mandatories. So Monday, you'll fight your mandatory, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But the 3 days that people really love, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, these mandatories don't make sense for X, Y, and Z reasons. Oh, they haven't done enough. Oh, they don't sell enough tickets. Oh, nobody knows them. Oh, they got to fight so-and-so first. Now, all of a sudden, you're a matchmaker. You see what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, you're a matchmaker, and the Bud Buddies or the Canelo stands or whatever popular fighter stands, they start matchmaking and saying, oh, Boots fight Keith Thurman, and then we'll talk. Who knows if Bud can keep making 47 after that happens? Who knows? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he a mandatory now. Why he got to do this extra obstacle course that David Avocado didn't have to do? Come on, bro. And then this is what, bro, I'm telling you, it's looking bad. The part that's looking shaky is this. Hold on. Look, speak of the devil. Come on. I got something for y'all. Look, as I said it. Hold on. As I say it, bro, it's over for y'all. I told you I'm the best in the business. Come on, you're going to love this one. I got something for y'all. My man shout out to my man. He just texted me. It's over for y'all. I told you I'd be cooking. Listen to this. To Steven Espinoza, YSM Sports Media got an interview with Steven Espinoza. Listen. Watch.
Steven, Terence Crawford's been on a media run all week, and if Errol Spence rematch doesn't happen, maybe end of the year, 3 names that's been getting mentioned by the media: Gervonta Tank Davis, Jermell Charlo, and Jaron Ennis. Which one of those 3 fights are the most realistic?
Well, I don't see Tank moving up, to that weight class. So we would put that, probably at the bottom of the list and realistic.
The man, Steve. Oh my God, bro. Listen, I am truly greatness in the flesh. I promise you, I'll make everybody in boxing respect me. Listen, I told you what I came to do. I just told you, I am truly greatness. Bro, Crawford is possibly under a 2-fight deal with Showtime. You have the head of Showtime, Steven Espinoza, says, out of that list that YSM Sports Media gave him, put Tank at the bottom of the list, aka it's not happening because Tank's not moving up. He's a lightweight. So shout out to Steven Espinoza for confirming that Boxing Ego is a god and what I've been telling you is true. So scratch the Tank. So this whole press run that Crawford's on talking to Sway in the morning and Breakfast Club and the Lunch Club and all these other shows talking and using Gervonta Davis's name is now at this point, if he continues to do it, is really a clout chase because Tank ain't talking nothing about fighting Terence Crawford. And then you have the head of Showtime and said he's not moving up. So put that at the bottom of the list.
I don't know where Crawford is in his career, whether he wants 1 more fight, 2 more fights, 3 more fights. I think he's been pretty clear. It seems like the thing that excites him most is the possibility of maybe a Charlo fight down the line. He's willing to wait to see what happens with Canelo and
if he's willing to wait and see what happened with Canelo.
How that plays out. I love the Boots fight. I think it's
Showtime head Espinoza says, I love the Boots fight.
It's the best fight that can be made in the welterweight division.
Oh! It's the best fight that can be made in the welterweight division, says Steven Espinoza. And still undefeated. Steven Espinoza, the head of Showtime, who is in charge of the boxing programming, says the best fight in the welterweight division to be made. He says Tank pretty much is out of there. Put that at the bottom of the list. He's not moving up. Then he goes on to say a fight with Jermell Charlo, I guess if he's willing to wait and see what happens, which is exactly what I just said. He would have to wait for, is there a rematch clause with Canelo if Charlo wins? If Charlo loses, do people want to see him move back down off of a loss and then fight, Crawford the same way? He just told you the best. Come on, I got to unpack this. Listen, if y'all want me to unpack this, I'm going to do an unpack. I'm going to cook y'all. I promise you I'm going to cook y'all for the rest of the year. I'm going to cook y'all. If y'all want to see an unpack, type unpacked in the comment section.
I love the Boots fight. I think it's the best fight that can be made in the welterweight division. Toss up. You put Thurman, Boots, and Crawford in the mix. Any 2 of those 3 guys is a top tier fight. But I would say there's probably, I haven't spoken to Crawford about it or his team. Just look at what he's been saying publicly. It seems pretty clear. I would say that his preference probably is Charlo.
His preference is Charlo, the guy that's booked up for a fight next month.
And then, if that can't happen, then a big fight at 147.
Man, stop. I try to tell y'all. So, it is what it is, bro. That's what I'm saying. The Bud Buddy's looking crazy because they saying they don't want to see Errol Spence. It's going to be a repeat. Okay, if you feel that way, then why are you against Boots at the same time? Bro, listen to what I'm saying. If you feel that Errol Spence gets cooked in the rematch and you don't need to see it, and it's not a big fight because of how the first fight played out, then why are you against Crawford fighting Boots? But you have no problem with him calling out a lightweight, Gervonta Davis, who never said anything about moving up to welterweight anytime soon and just got out of jail. And you think that's realistic? Or you think it's realistic to a guy who took no punishment versus Errol Spence and is on a promotional run and his name is buzzing, he just had a parade in Omaha. You think he should just keep waiting and waiting? Bro, I just gave Crawford credit for like improving on his business sense, but that to me would be bad business bud if he decides to squander this hotness he has with his name and he's trending, and then he just waits and waits and waits for a Charlo. Bro, Charlo is coming off a hand injury, moving up 14 pounds, fighting a Canelo Alvarez. There's no telling what the hell is going to happen with such a weight disparity in that fight, right? Even if he wins, there's probably a rematch clause. So you're just going to wait till all this stuff comes out, and meanwhile your name is not buzzing? But then Showtime's telling you the Boots fight is the best fight to be made at welterweight. Ego's saying that, and he's your mandatory, and he's undefeated, and you're talking about, oh, they won't give me credit for that fight. Who? I'll give you credit for him. If you do anything close to what you did to Errol Spence to Boots Ennis, I promise you I'll give him credit. Like, and see, this is the thing. He's saying, oh, people just make excuses. Why should I fight him? But people made excuses when you fought David Avocado with busted gloves and said he was no match for you. People said the same thing. Errol Spence, bro, okay, listen, I ain't going to beat around the bush. Did Errol Spence look weight drained, yes or no? Listen, I'm going to say what I got to say. Did Errol Spence, in your personal opinion, do you think Errol Spence had trouble making weight? Yes or no? I'm not playing no games. The cat's out the bag. We doing it like that. Do you think weight was an issue for Errol Spence, given the performance, given how he looked, all things considered? Okay, everyone's saying yes, I agree. Crawford's a talent. Crawford's great. But I also think the way Errol looked, that looked like a ghost of Errol. That looked like he looked worse than when he came back off the car crash. And I'm not talking about what Crawford did well. I'm talking about how Errol looked. Bro, he looked stumbly. Like he just looked like he left it all in the gym. Like he literally had nothing. You can say, oh, you're making excuses. Kiss my ass. That's what I seen. Crawford did great. He fought the perfect fight. He got off on him. He won. Dope. It's not his problem if Errol Spence can't make weight, because he looked like he struggled to make weight too. But whatever happened in that 24 hours, to me, it looked like Crawford rehydrated and replenished better and still had something to give, being the smaller man moving up, than the guy who's been at that weight class for 10 plus years since he was an amateur. He looked dunzo. Like, the people were saying he looked sleepy. I never seen all this stuff from Errol Spence. And like, people are like, oh, you're hating and excuses. Bro, he looked like a zombie before he even got punched one time by Crawford. People, literally, if you go look at my Boxing Ego watch party, people were saying he looked sleepy. He looked tired. I think he's high and all this other stuff. You could go, don't take my word for it. Go look. That's the great thing about the watch parties. It's in real time. It has the timestamps and everything. So that you could give credit to Crawford. Cool. It's not his fault if Errol Spence was jacked up. But we can't omit what we've seen. No one would say if Errol had looked like that in any other fight, people probably wouldn't pick him. If Errol looked like that in any other fight, he probably not beating Ugas or Danny Garcia or some of them guys. If Errol looked like that in any other fight, you know, in its totality, no one would be saying this is Hagler versus Hearns. People would be like, nah, Crawford going, you know, da-da-da-da. But that's not what the perception was, because we had never seen it until we seen it. Period. So y'all can say whatever you want, but Boots, none of that applies to him. He's young. So, like, I think Boots is big. So I think he has a crazy weight cut. But the thing I keep saying, when you're under 30 or basically in your 20s, it's a lot easier to cope with doing a drastic weight cut. Just think about drinking and partying in your 20s versus in your 30s, bro. It's going to get harder. When you're like, I remember when I was 20, 21, I could eat anything and I gained no weight, bro. I literally gained no weight. I could eat 3 fast food meals in a day and I wouldn't gain I can't do that now. Bro, no matter what, shout out to Abram for following. I literally could eat anything and gain 0 pounds. But as you get older, your body matures and things become harder. You know what I mean? And here's the last thing I'm going to say that don't make sense about this Boots thing is this. People keep saying Boots will get cut up by Charlo. Boots will get cut up by Crawford and he sucks and he's no match. Then why don't you want to see it? That'll only make Crawford look greater. Beyond that, if it's easy work, do like you did with Avocado and get the easy work paycheck. But instead, it's looking like fear from the Bud Buddies. I'm not going to put that on Crawford, but I'll say at least from the Bud Buddies, it's looking like fear because the Bud Buddies is saying, oh, you just want to see him lose. What are you talking about? How do I just want to see him lose by seeing a great fight? Steven Espinoza is saying it's a great fight too. How am I saying it's a great fight? I didn't predict the winner. I just said it's a great fight. How's that wanting to see a person lose, especially when you ask the Bud Buddies and they say that Boots will get annihilated? So that's what I'm saying. Y'all got to pick your lies and stick to one of them. You say Boots is not ready and Boots will get annihilated. But then when I say I want to see the Boots fight, you say I'm trying to set Crawford up and I just want to see Crawford lose. How does that make any sense? You say he will dog walk Boots Ennis, but then when I advocate for the fight, you say, oh, you're just hating on Bud. You just want to see him lose. How is that me hating on him if you're telling me the outcome will be Boots gets knocked out? Then how is that setting him up for failure or wanting to see him lose when you've already told me the outcome? Looking shaky, baby. Bro, that's like me saying, oh, I'm Boxing Ego. I can pull any girl in the world. And then we're at this like industry party. And then someone said, okay, there go Chloe Bailey. Go get at her. And I'm like, man, you're just trying to set me up. Bro, you just said you can pull any girl in the world. How is that a setup? Listen to the analogy. If I just told you that I got game and the gift of gab and the ability to pull any female that I want, and then someone sees a girl and they want to challenge that and they say, all right, Chloe Bailey's right over there at this all-white party. Go pull her and get her number. And I'm like, man, you just want to see me fail. You just want to see me get rejected. What are you talking about? You just said you could pull any girl. We just want to see it. This is the problem with boxing and boxing fans when the fandom gets too crazy. Because you say things and then you immediately contradict yourself with something else. If I said I can pull any girl in the world, then it should be nothing if I get that girl's phone number. I wouldn't say, oh, you're just trying to set me up. You want me to get rejected and embarrassed. What? That's what the Bud Buddies are doing. They say Boots will get his butt kicked. And then when I say I want to see the fight, they say, oh, you're trying to set Crawford up. You just want to see him lose. How do I want to see him lose when you just told me he's going to win? And you said it's an easy fight for him. And he texts Wallows talking about y'all trying to see another dead body. How is that me setting him up? I'm just saying, show me the dead body. You said you put the dead body in the trunk. I just want to see it. That's it. So I don't really understand the energy that I'm seeing regarding this Crawford boot situation. And again, if Charlo was still at 54 and is available, then I would say, go ahead, push the button. That's an amazing fight. And it would be undisputed. But he's about to get stripped of his belts and he's moving up for a bigger opportunity with Canelo, which he'll get more money. I can't really knock him for that. I'll be back with some more heat. Holla at me.